Hi, everybody. Pete Damaski here, one half of the Great Bully Finance team, me and my buddy Manny. Christopher Singy up there on the left-hand corner of your screen. Hey, so we're here from Bully Finance, and what we're going to be doing is on a weekly or every other week time frame, we're going to be posting some fun videos out on YouTube, about corporate finance. And again, our goal and objective with Bully Finance is to bring perspective to you, the student on the street, and invite you to check out bullyfinance.com. So, what I'm going to do is I'll probably make up stories as I go along. So today's story, which actually gets into a core fundamental feature of corporate finance, is that all firms are dedicated to make value for their shareholders. Okay, so I buy share stock, you buy low, you sell high. I do that through my income statement and creating cash flows. So you go back to 101 level stuff and you have revenue minus expense equal income for the firm. So with that in mind, the focus is on revenue minus expense equal income. I transition into the story time. So I'm a regular guy and I've been sitting at home for about 14 months. So me and my wife, our basic date is about every other week when I'm bold enough to go out, is we'll go to the supermarket and that'll be our date, right? So I guess I'm thinking about the supermarket now. Remember, keep in mind, revenue minus expense equal income. So at the supermarket, we get out, we go in through the first set of doors, and there's buggies there, and there's wipies that you wipe the handles off. Okay, and that's all good. You think, well, that's good because of COVID-19. I'm disinfecting this buggy. You go through the second set of doors, and you stop at a kiosk that had these pricing things on it that I play Star Trek or something like that, and I pretend I'm shooting lasers because it makes a nice noise when you actually, hit the barcode properly when you price your own goods. And when you price your own goods, you also put them in your own little bags that you carry in your buggy. So you walk in the door with your own bags, your own canvas bags, you clean your buggy, you scan the stuff off the shelf. So you're actually pricing your order, notwithstanding that pricing obviously is connected to some inventory control system inside the firm, and you're actually helping people to do their inventory. So you go through the store like that, and I want you to remember that every time you price something, you're looking for the barcode. Every time you pack it, this takes a couple seconds, right? So if you have 50 things in your buggy by the time you're done, it's taken a couple minutes to do that yourself. Now, a couple minutes is a couple minutes, but let's get to the point. When you go to the checkout in a big supermarket, like let's say they have 10 to 15 like register aisles, and probably at any point in time, and I want you to notice this, most of them are closed. So maybe 5 out of 10 or 5 out of 15 are actually open. And then you have the self-service, self-checkout where there's one person manning usually about six or eight, okay, individual self-checkouts. And so my wife goes to the individual self-checkout. She's doing all the stuff, putting in her card, putting in all the prices, making sure the reader off her gun is being read by the machine. And needless to say, something doesn't get priced, and she has to call over one person to somehow magically get the register to work again. And this takes time. Now, revenue minus expense equal income. So why do you think this is occurring? So the stores, the grocery store will tell you, isn't this great that we allow you to clean your own buggy off? And I'm thinking to myself, well, I clean my own buggy off and you're not doing it. And you can go ahead and take this pricing gun and you can price every single item in your basket. And we know you're looking at that gun, looking your dollars every second to figure out how much you're spending. That's a nice trick, but no one uses that, right? It's kind of like at the end of the grocery trip, if you can't afford your groceries, you're not using that thing to actually do your pricing. You've priced everything yourself, which means that there's not someone at a register that has to do it, and you've taken out a job from someone who actually counts the inventory at night, or several people that count inventory, because you're doing that automatically. Oh, by the way, I forgot one thing. So while you're going up and down the aisles in our store, you run into this automatic robot, and he looks like a human, and he's fun, and he has a name Marty, and Marty is a robot that normally he'll go up and down the aisles very slowly and safely, but he's cleaning up the floors. Okay, And when it's necessary that someone breaks a jar of pickles on aisle 2, they actually have a program that goes over there and sends Marty over to aisle 2, and Marty actually cleans the floor. Guess what? That takes out more labor. So let's get to the point and have fun with this example. The point is that the grocery store runs on a low margin, high volume business. And when it comes to things like increasing the minimum wage, okay, the firm recognizes that although probably on the front end they'll market to the street, hey, listen, we've increased our minimum wage, look how great we are. What they're doing is they're actually taking out workers. So what I do is I challenge you to see this, right? And the story that I tell you, it's true, right? Okay, you know, everybody that walks into a grocery store today does their own pricing, and that takes out someone at the register, and it takes out someone controlling inventory. The robot cleaning the floor takes out a couple people that are floor cleaners. The cleaning your own buggy when you walk in takes out maybe a person or two that actually cleans the buggies for you. So it's all about trying to save money. And the supermarket is a classic place. Is this right? Is this wrong? I don't know. But it is what it is, because revenue minus expenses equal income. And the shareholders of the supermarket chain is saying, you guys, you got to make sure you maximize my shareholder revenue, which means taking out cost, even if that cost per unit is going up. Guys, take a look at this and think about it. Come visit us at bullyfinance.com. We're going to put up our first free video series on a chapter 1, module 1, corporate finance, what the firms are supposed to be doing. It'll be kind of fun like this. And remember, never go into a battle that's unarmed. Get the perspective. So now at the supermarket, you can see it. And the next interview that you have, you can be thinking about the firm that you're interviewing with. You can think about, how can I talk to this manager about how he or she manages the difference between revenue and cost at the firm. This is great stuff. We can reduce it down to fun stuff, applied stuff, but it's real. Take care, guys. Bye.